Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Friday the 17th of October. Kaipara will get a result in its three-way mayoral race this afternoon, no matter what. Incumbent councillors have been meeting behind closed doors to discuss outgoing Mayor Craig Jepson's concerns about how the elections were operated. They were expected to discuss whether to ask Internal Affairs to investigate. But Electoral Officer Dale Ofsosky says the results can only be challenged through the courts and the results must be released first.
There will be nothing to prevent that. In fact, not to do so would be breaking the law. So I will be proceeding and announcing and declaring the results.
A push to prohibit permanent name suppression for those convicted of sexual violence against children. Rich lister Matt Mowbray's had his name dragged on social media, falsely accused of being the person convicted of having child abuse material. Earlier this year, businessman Wayne Wright Jr. called for a change to suppressions after X's chatbot named him as the individual. He told Kerry Woodham Mornings he and Mowbray are lucky that they can set the record straight publicly.
But I'd have to be very concerned for folks who don't have that and the trauma that it must lead to within their family unit and their local community.
Calls from community groups for the government to end sanctions on benefits. The Child Poverty Action Group says thousands of people are being unfairly sanctioned by the Ministry of Social Development. The group's recent research shows more households relying on income support are in deficit. The government believes sanctions are in place to ensure there's compliance. Auckland Action Against Poverty's Agnes Margele says there's many reasons why someone might miss an MSD appointment.
If you've got a mum that's looking after children as well as elderly parents, it's impossible for her to be able to take that time out to even attend an appointment.
The Senior Doctors Union is fighting back on accusations from the Health Minister that they're crossing an ethical line. Simeon Brown was greeted by jeers at the Association of Salaried Medical Specialists conference yesterday when he slammed the union's decision to strike next week. Tens of thousands of union members across health, education and the public sector are walking off the job on Thursday. Association Executive Director Sarah Dalton says Health New Zealand's rejected all their recent offers to meet again.
We are trying to continue to discuss the situation with Health New Zealand and they have walked away.
The government's giving more funding to allow kids to learn bike safety skills in schools. Transport Minister Chris Bishops confirmed the Transport Agency will provide up to $3.5 million in new funding to keep the Bikes in Schools program. New Zealanders are urged to be careful online this upcoming holiday season as scams become more prevalent. A report by cyber safety software company Norton shows more than half of respondents are worried about falling for an AI-generated shopping scam. Norton Senior Systems Engineer Dean Williams says scammers are hyper-aware of every shopping period throughout the year that generates online traffic. To sport. The Silver Ferns have trimmed their squad for tonight's opening Constellation Cup netball test against Australia in Melbourne. Paris Mason drops out to leave interim captain Karen Berger, Kelly Jackson and Catherine Hall as the circle defence options. Liam Lawson set to learn of his Formula One future at the wider Red Bull syndicate after the Mexican Grand Prix on October 26. And the Blues have confirmed the appointment of former ASB Tennis Classic boss Carl Budge as the rugby franchise's new chief executive. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.